Hello, my name is Dylan, and welcome to Boost and Ethanol Challenges. Today we're going to be making a Honda Civic competitor, the 7th generation, so the EP1, the EP2, and the EP3. Since I've been making videos for a while due to all my problems and me not being prepared for holidays, my microphone breaking, and a couple of other things, like, I don't know, me just sort of wanting to wait rather than upload some videos in between. Probably not the best idea, but well. Yeah, anyway, because of all that, I've decided to make this an extra long video. So this will probably go out on the Monday instead of Forza Horizon, along with something else on the Tuesday. So anyway, right, rather than stalling, I'm just going to get into it. So, as usual, I've already designed it. Well, I've already done the visuals of it. My automation game had a few problems, so I had to delete it or whatever. So yeah, that's always fun. This is the Civic that I've got that I've sort of designed out, and so as always, we're just going to design it from scratch. So we're going to want monocoque. Front transverse. The reason I'm doing the EP1 included is just so that, when you're building it, I can just go double wishbones everything or whatever, try and put the best materials out or whatever, but then I wouldn't be making it very affordable. But if it was a Type R, then, so it's like I could pick the better options here and it'd be more affordable for Type R owners. Oh yeah, this is an older body. This body comes out in the game in 1987. There weren't really any good hatchback bodies, any ones I liked, so I went for this. So I am going to have a slight penalty, but I mean, for looks and whatnot, I'm happy to take that penalty. So yeah, I have sort of adjusted it. There we go. It's frozen slightly. Oh well. McPherson strut up front. Yeah, we're gonna have steel. At the moment, I don't think galvanized and corrosion resistant really makes a difference. I think that's coming in a later update. I'm not too sure. So, but for the time being, we're just gonna keep it steel. Just because it doesn't affect it too much. We're going to have a semi-trailing arm, I think. Maybe we'll go back and change that for double wishbone. But I think we'll keep it like that. Already done the styling. We're going to go with transverse front-wheel drive for this. So, yeah, onto the engine now. Well, this is Honda. We're going to go with inline 4 Honda competitor. So, inline 4 aluminium. I'm going to lower the stroke a bit because I kind of want to make this a high revving engine. So we'll go with... I'm going to make this a 2-litre engine to compete with the EP3. Oh, that's too big. Yeah, that's the problem with lots of engines, is that lots of cars, you can't really get transverse fitting too well inside them. So we're going to go, yeah, we're going to go transverse. We're still going to keep transverse. Try and lower the stroke as much as possible while keeping it under 2 litres. No, can't do that. So we'll do that instead. Okay, right, dual overhead cam. Great. Luckily that fits. That's good then. We're going to go aluminium block. We are going to have variable valve lift. It is a thing that Honda does, and to compete with them, I think it's probably a good idea to go with that. Have that like that. Actually, I think it's going to change the moment yeah. We'll go with everything cast at the moment. Don't think there's any need to change it. Actually, here's a good question. Which one are we going to do first? Should I bother messing around with the variant capacity? Let's go from slowest to fastest. So, The generation of Civic at the moment has a 1.4 litre, or the generation, not the generation, the model we're going up against, the EP1, which has a 1.4 litre producing around 90 horsepower. I think we're going to go with a 1.6. There we go, yeah, so that way then we can afford to run slightly lower, like a slightly less aggressive cam system, as cam profile. I'm going to go VVT or cams. I know the 1.4, the EP1 didn't have VVT on all cams, it only had it on the intake. So I'm going to go like that. I'll have 45 and make it naturally aspirated. Injection, definitely. I'm not going to go with direct injection, probably just keep the multi-point. Actually, maybe multi-point's a bit OTT. Sure. I'll just go single point. Yeah, keep the intake, and it's going to run on regular. And we're going to lean it. Go down on ignition timing a bit. I have learnt quite a bit since the last time I recorded one of these. So I know to make cars more drivable now, you want to lower the ignition timing and such. Also, I've discovered I hate turbos for trying to make a drivable car. That's probably all the exhaust we'll need. Two-way will be enough. Baffled, baffled. And there we go. Is it? No, I thought I was slightly yellowy. Okay, right. Drop it a bit. Is it? No, no, it's just the way the light's reflecting. Right, how high is this revving? It's pretty good. Not too much reliability penalty. I know horsepower isn't something massively... It's not something too important. I'll keep reliability at 62 there. Should we make it slightly more aggressive? It doesn't really make a difference. I mean, there we go, that's slightly better. So if we run a compression, there we go, that's nice and smooth. That should be really drivable now. We've got slightly less horsepower, but I don't know. I think that should be quite good. And go up a bit on compression. There we go. Yeah, that's a pretty good engine, I'd say. And it's only 8 minutes into the episode. Great. Right, we're gonna go with manual because it needs to be cheap. 5-speed. I'm thinking quite a bit of overdrive though, so yeah, I'll have it like that. We can probably have it open diff. Yeah, so I don't see why we really need it. We'll go with hard long life. Steelies. How much more expensive are alloys? I'm not sure. We'll go back to that. Alright, we'll go with solid disc. We can probably get away with 1 pistons and drums on the back. We definitely get away with drums on the back, actually. Not sure about the solid piston. Here's where I kind of regret having so much cooling. I knew I wasn't going to use all that, but it goes up in bigger jumps. Which can be a bit awkward sometimes, so I think it's usually better to go with lower cooling. I do like the way the front of this car looks. We'll go with 5 seats. I am going to lose a bit of practicality for only having 2 doors, which is going to be a bit problematic. We'll go with basic, no, standard and basic, power steering and ABS. We'll go with standard 90s, I think, and then we'll have progressive, gas mono and passive suspension parts, and we'll see how that does. Drivability, that's really good actually. It's just like a baseline setup. I mean, especially for me, like, considering I didn't even tune it or anything. Let's see how it does. It's always going to do well in ponies. There's only one competitor that's actually been put in. These are the sort of two categories that I'd put it in. The Civic, I'd probably put in family sport budget, or family sport. No, probably family sport budget and fun budget, perhaps. Unfortunately, because of this old body, yes, it is going to get penalised for it, unfortunately. Alright, we'll stick a bit more overdrive on it, because economy is fairly important to both these, so if we can maximise that, then that's always going to be good. Sportiness took a massive hit, not that it matters to either of these categories, so that's good. I don't think 0 to 60 matters too much either, at all, even. Yeah, nothing. Safety is important to both of these, yeah. So I think I'll go up a bit on safety. We'll have advanced. Yeah, I think that's a good call. And how much more expensive? No, that's way too much of a money jump. How much more expensive are these things? Not too much more expensive, is there? There's literally no difference. I'm guessing this car doesn't get enough wheel spin to require it. Electronic stability though, yeah, it's only $10. Doesn't add anything to anywhere else. Off-roading really isn't that important, and it adds a massive amount onto there. So that's good. Right, tyres. I'm thinking we'll make these slightly smaller. 155's on the front, yeah. Actually, no, if we make the rear tyres smaller, then it'll oversteer and become slightly more oversteery. And then we just soften the front a bit. I'll have to stop that bottoming out. Or even easier, I'll just sort of stiffen up the rear sway bar. Here we go, just load. And if we go down slightly more, raise the ride height a bit, stop it bottoming out. There we go, that's a nice setup. So if we just go into detail stats now, and oversteer 0.4%, that's okay. Engine, there we go, that's quite good. Tyres, no, I'm not really too sure. We are using manual to keep the cost down, so that's always going to negatively affect that. I'm not entirely sure what driver height is. I've just realised we haven't even gone into the brakes. Yeah, I'm not too sure what driver height equates to, or what it means. Oh, no, which way. I need to do some testing on that. Oh, there we go, got a massive increase for really not too much money. I tend to try and keep the discs small because I think it's kind of unrealistic having what's essentially racing car brakes on the front just to keep money, just to keep costs down. Brake fade isn't too bad here either. Yeah, there we go. So this is the EP1. This is our sort of cheap bottom of the line Civic competitor. I think it does fairly well all round. Civic Eco, City Eco, not Civic Eco. Yeah, some of these, I'd say it does pretty well. So let's we're gonna make a clone of that now and sort of make like a well, we'll make like a high class. Yeah, just make it like a sort of higher spec one now. With slightly more power, slightly more luxurious interior, and softer, more comfy suspension, maybe an automatic transmission. I'm not sure whether I'd go there. Nope, not the EP12, the EP2. Alright, now we'll make a clone of this. Engine size now for this. I'm not too sure what I want to do. Because, yeah, do I go with like a 1.7, 1.8? Because it's 2 litre standard, so, I mean, that's alright. I mean, well, this version made 120, yeah, around 110 horsepower, I think it is. Right, so we're going to go slightly more aggressive. Yeah, just get a tiny bit more power out. Still trying to keep it as smooth as possible. But now there's just like a slight increase. Actually, no, we'll keep this really low to yeah, keep that fairly low. Try and smoothen things out there. Right, now we've just got the if we just increase the rev limiter, 7,000. Oh, that's quite a big hit to reliability then. Do I really want to go with forged parts on a base model? Not a base model, but like a low-end Civic. No, I don't think I do. As long as it's above 60, so there we go, 60.5, slightly less reliable, but has quite a nice increase in power. Yeah, don't know, I feel like the actual requires forged works, not really sure what to call that, sort of warning, I guess. That doesn't bother me too much, because I feel like if I'm making a Civic competitor, I would have a factory capable of producing forged parts. It's more that I think that's a bit overkill. Even though, well, it's I-beam steel. I mean, it isn't too much. It's a month longer to produce. But other than that, it isn't too bad. Go a bit lower there? No. So we're right on the head. There are 114 horsepower. There we go. So this one's now just going to be a slight update to it. You could probably get away with calling this a facelift, honestly. So there we go. It's slightly more drivable now with the more horsepower. Big hit to economy though because of it, which fair enough. I'm hoping for 30 miles to the gallon with the Type R compared to the EP3, but who knows? Not too much more expensive than that, so we'll go with it. Interesting, bit of a hit there, but nice addition to comfort, so we'll go with it. Yeah. Right. What else are we going to do now? Right, if we're going to markets. So, I'm not sure, family budget are we still aiming for here, or should we try and go into the commuter and family section? I'm not too sure. We'll go with some slightly wider tyres. Medium compound. There we go. That settles it quite nicely there. Bring in the gear ratios a bit. I don't know, there we go, so the 0 to 60 time will be slightly better. Big hit to economy though, so I'm not sure. No, we'll go with that. Yeah, there we go. Nice bit of overdrive there. No wheel spin too, which is always a plus. Are we going to go with a differential? Not too much more expensive. Things, none of the things there are really things I care about, and the Viscous has low comfort, which I'd say is more important on a car like this than sportiness, so we're not going to do that. And obviously electronic differentials ridiculously expensive. Right, we'll go with that. That gives us a nice... Honestly, not that... No, not really too much of a boost anywhere. If we go with traction control mode, does that change anything? Nope, just makes it more expensive again. So we'll go up in quality a bit. Here and there. There we go. Oh, mind you, that's a massive amount of production units added on. Do I go with that, or do I just go for that? Right, does it stay higher than 30? Oh, easily. You know what, I'll go with that premium interior. I'm spending way too long on things that don't particularly matter. And saying a lot. Yeah, once I acknowledge I'm saying I can't help but continue to say trying to think of something new to say, which is always good. Now it's just getting on the point of ridiculous. So let's see. Yeah, other things to say. Well, that's dropped massively. Apparently, it doesn't like us dropping the damper stiffness a bit, which is a shame because I kind of wanted to have the increased. I thought it increased comfort. Who's that? It's really weird, actually. Okay, right. Looks like we're just stiffening this to infinity and beyond. Which is bizarre. There's literally nothing negative about this. It doesn't affect anything. Particularly. Oh, right. It's affecting this graph, but there. It's making it a lot smoother. So let's see. I guess I could probably look into this, see what changes are positive and what's negative, but I don't think it's too important to sort of fuss over that. Yeah, I guess we're ending it off, or ending off the EP2 there. Now, EP3. It's already 22 minutes in, and I've managed to design, well, 1.5 cars, I'd argue, or I'd say, since I'm not really starting a new car, right? So this is going to be the EP3 now. This is the sport model. We're going to want a 2-litre engine, I'm thinking, with the family free. So pick that. So pick that. Right, am I going to need to go into the engine tab? You happy now? Come on. Select it. Getting frozen. It's just working, trying to load up the block. And there we go. New variant now. Yeah, we're just going to do this one from scratch. Am I going to go with forged here? Because I do have a fairly high stroke. Out of context, that sentence sounds weird. Yeah, we max out the VVL. We'll go with a cam profile of 50. Keep everything else. Multi-point injection. And we'll have a throttle per cylinder, I think. How much more expensive is that? If I look at the actual money, it's not too much more. Plus I'm not limited to the 212 horsepower then, which is what the EP3 or the Japanese EP3 Civic had. We'll go regular, yeah. Increase the ignition timing a bit, we want fairly high throttle response. 8,000. I think so. Gonna want tubular at the least. Because EP3 was a fairly high revving car. Straight through and none. Oh, that isn't That's not fun. Alright. Oh. Yes, I'm going to need all the forged parts. Because there's no way... No, there's no way I'm getting the same kind of power. Did the EP3 have, forged parts? I mean, I'm putting this into iMovie now, so probably on screen will be a yes-no as to whether it did. Forged, yeah, all the sort of cheapest parts for increasing power. Oh, that's still only a 54.6. Lightweight forged. Oh, that's so expensive. Look at the production unit. I know it doesn't matter too much in this sandbox, it more matters when the actual campaign light comes out, which I'm so looking forward to. It looks like it's going to be really good. There we go. Increase that a bit. Looks like, yeah, that is 258. There we go. Oh, yeah, this needs a CNC shop, which... No, look at the material cost, 203 monies, dollars. Yeah, that's the in-game currency that they use. That isn't happening. Right, I'm thinking more cam profile and more compression ratio, 204 horsepower, and lots of broken parts. So, go up in quality a bit, and here, sure, yeah, can I go up in compression ratio? No. So, looks like we're going up in here. I've been kind of quiet throughout this, I apologise, I've been... Yeah. Right, so this hasn't gone as well. It isn't going to have the Honda reliability or cheapness. It's probably going to be really expensive. Oh well. Manual, single clutch, 6-speed. Hoping for 150. I mean, that does sound kind of ridiculous thinking about it. 150 out of a 200 horsepower car, but who knows? We'll have a geared LSD. Comfort isn't my top priority here. Sports compounds, they're all using different tyres. I probably could have gone with alloys for the EP2 competitor. I may go back and change that, who knows. I'm not bothered enough by it. There we go. We'll need to increase the front tyres if that's necessary. We'll have vented discs all around. I think we'll probably end up putting drums on the back because for some reason that makes it more drivable, who knows. 157. I just remembered we didn't even bother changing the cooling on the EP2. I'll have to go back and fix that. Alright, we're going to go with four seats. Sport? No, we're not. Look at that cost. Bear in mind it costs more than the luxury interior. And it weighs about the same as the standard, so... And isn't as comfortable. Comfort average, comfort low. So literally the only thing you're paying for there is the high prestige. So realistically, if you just want to make a car light, go with basic interior. We'll go with standard CD. Yeah, sure. All the driver's assist and advanced safety. Progressive, semi-active and semi-active. And we'll see what it's like. Okay, that turned out better. I thought we were going to have like a drivability of like 35 or whatever. that's really good. What kind of fun? Oh, it's, yeah. I was kind of hoping for. I mean, I know it's nothing to do with the internals. It's more like I've picked some more expensive parts, but I was hoping for something like, don't know, less than $10,000. I think I'm gonna keep it with that though. Make it sportier, so I'm gonna stick 200 on the rear sway bar there, and that made it more drivable. Yay! Stiffen the rear up a bit. We are going to lower it, and yeah, I'm surprised how sporty it is while being so drivable. So I have actually made a pretty decent Civic Type R, surprisingly. And we wanted to stop with very little brake fade, so oh, look at that low brake fade. Vented discs are so good for that. Let me guess, the game's going to hate me now for... No? Cool. 220s on the back, that's pretty insane and good. It's quite nice. I have just gone, yeah, who cares now, I'm just going to make a racing car for the road. What's its top speed? 0 to 60. 7.3. I'd imagine the actual Civic Type R. I don't remember. I didn't see an actual figures. I'll have to look that up afterwards. Yeah, less spacing. Oh, well, more spacing, but it puts more of the gear ratios towards the bottom end. Because the way it works, how much wheel spin? Oh my goodness, that's a lot of wheel spin. Yeah. I'm not really sure what to do with that. Fuel economy isn't even that bad too. Like I was expecting it to be really bad, but no. Right, we'll make it slightly more oversteering, which actually helps. And I think that's ready to go, basically. No, I can't really see anything it does too badly in, like, for the stats that I wanted. Light sport budget, light sport, fun budget, family sport it does pretty well in. And we just go into this view. I mean, fun has loads, so it's easily affordable there, so I'm no surprise that it's so good there. But I'd say all in all, this is a pretty good car. Not the best car. Like I'm sure if I put a lot more time into this, then I could make it better. But you know what? I think that's good enough. We'll go into the factory tab now and just go through it quickly. What kind of factory? We'll go with large, as this is going to be mass produced. Everything there will just keep the same. Small, it recommends. Okay. And then we'll have yeah, just keep everything the same. Okay, recommending small was stupid. Right, we'll go medium. Not even gonna look. And now it does awfully in fun budget, and is a lot more expensive. And that's without the 10% like extra on top. Of course, that extra 10% is isn't the only profit we're making, because it doesn't do it exactly. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, at least. Right, now we just check the final tabs for everything else, and suddenly commuter people hate us. I'd say that's probably a lot more realistic to What it is, yeah, actually, those are the tabs I was aiming for. Oh yeah, I was gonna go through and look at the cooling. 84, 87, not 84, 87. And yeah, cooling, that's pretty good. And we'll go into the EP1 and see how that does in the factory stats. And then I'll end it off. So, here we go. Just wait for it to load. Load. And okay, that does a lot better now with the 10% premium. I mean, basically nobody can afford it, but it isn't too bad, I guess. You know, I'm quite happy with that. So, yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And until next video, goodbye.